What was said, and I think there was a lot of finger pointing happening between the generations that happened. There, younger people standing up and saying, I want you, I want you to stop watching Dancing with the Stars, and older people are standing up and saying, well, I want you to vote and exercise your democratic right to sit down and watch Dancing with the Stars. And I felt that it was really divisive, and I was wondering if there's a way that we could just go around the circle and talk about what we can do, together collectively, and if it's only one thing, beyond coming here, but to try to draw more people in, and how we can do that, to share our resources, because this is Ottawa, and it's, the one. As much as we put down civil servants, I mean, we could workshop this, we could put things in the parking lot, we can operationalize it and agree to, create something. And if it's just a postcard that we hand out while we're standing here and people are walking by up the hill, that we can connect to those voters and those tourists and say, we need you to engage, and it's as simple as mailing in this postcard free of cost, to your MP or to your Prime Minister. And if you're from another country, things aren't as great here as you might think it is. So I was going to suggest that we have a meeting. Go across the street, get some poutine, talk about it, or just, go around the circle here and talk about what skills we bring to the table, and what something that we can do to try to get more people here rather than fewer. And I think the weather also has an impact on that, obviously. If it were a nice sunny day, we might have a few more people out here. So,
I would like to propose that we adopt a policy of next week bringing one more person to this. And eventually it'll get bigger and bigger. Because last week we had a good turnout. This week, not very good. And
I just want to say, I'm sort of behind the posters some people may have seen around for next weekend.
Cool.
If anyone else wants to help out with postering, I have funds to help buy posters. I don't have a million hands, so I can't. And places like Bank Street and stuff need a small army to keep posters up. Also, I'll probably be making a banner next week for the protests, just so we have something more where people can see from the flame, like, okay, well, these people are protesting something, they're not just eating lunch. So, yeah.
Can I tell you something, guys? My experience, I have a shirt of Acorn, sometimes I wear it. It has a message, fighting for a living wage. Whenever I wear it, I just see the reaction of people passing by. Sometimes how the eyes veering towards what the inscription, how people make the effort to read it, the smiles. I get mostly positive reactions. And if the reaction is kind of doubtful or negative, it's from people who are pretty conservative. So I'm just saying, the power of, say, a shirt saying we love fair elections, the power of, I had this Stop Harper post, I put it in front of my bike. I went on a bike show to Hogsback and back, and so many people everybody whom I came in front saw this sign, right? Stop Harper, this sign of the page, right? And it just created so much, I felt a stir in people, it advertised. So, this kind of simple, the sign, whether on a shirt or in front of a bike or on your, your porch, they do create attention. They do bring a lot of attention. So they do inform people, and organizations use it. Please.
what about next week? We meet in the market, and we have a parade, and you can bring your banner and whatnot, and we march the hill, and hopefully a lot of people will follow us, and we'll at noon we'll have our thing.
Well,
There'll be thousands.
Marches get a lot more attention than
People like to follow parades, and start off at the market and end up here. Hopefully we'll attract thousands.
Yeah. Yeah, just one, like, I've already sort of planned for next weekend that it starts here, so it's hard to, like, people are already informed that it's here, so.
Can you tell us more about, because there is something, like, it kind of worked out well, but there was something already in the works for the Sunday that is next week, right?
Yeah.
Before this 12 o'clock Sunday thing.
Yeah, I didn't see any of that, so I went ahead and made a Facebook page and printed off my own flyers, because I was told, you know, like, whatever helps, right, to get people out here. So I don't know, like, I've seen like the 12 o'clock Sunday stuff.
Is it part of the Wear Purple thing?
No.
No? Okay.
No, this is smaller. Well, like, I haven't been able to get a lot of like attention just because. To be fair, I had
okay.
Isn't next week Sunday? Is Easter? I believe next week is Easter, and
No, it's not.
is it 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Okay.
That's when I have a day off, so I do.
Okay. So that would be a good week then, the week before Easter, to do that. Yeah. I had another idea. I was wondering, has anybody tried to engage people from Democracy Now! And the Lead Now groups? Because if they could send somebody representing their group, and they could speak, and they could also publicize these events, and they could also help us attract more people. It's always difficult if a small group operates in isolation when we know there are other like-minded groups out there whose objectives are really the same as ours.
I posted nothing about this week, but I know there's Democracy Now! And Fair Vote, so yeah, we should share like your event page on their whole page or get in contact with whoever is in charge of that.
Is someone taking responsibility for doing that? Like, I don't know who's in charge here. Not that, you know, anyone's in charge, but I just wonder if we could get some volunteers, because we're talking about specific actions. So you have a poster, so how can you get that poster to us? And we have, you know, we have a couple of things that people have suggested that we do. So can we operationalize it, to speak Ottawa talk? So who's able to follow up on those actions is what I'm asking.
I can flyer a bit, so I do that a lot.
I can flyer. Can anyone else?
I'm already going to be doing some other outreach to those types of groups like you're talking about.
Yeah.
So I can, and they work well together. I can include a message about this in the other message that I'm sending.
Yeah.
I can do
so
that.
you will be talking to these people in Lead Now and Democracy Now?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, that's good, because one shouldn't duplicate this. I was going to do it, but if you do it, that's fine. What we need also is a core group of contact so that we can keep contact with each other.
Does anybody have
Is there a piece of paper and a pen? And you can
do a sign up? One thing also I'll propose is that, yeah, we do need to be more visible, so I think everybody should take it upon themselves to make one sign, one good sign, and bring it for next week. And you'll be amazed the difference. If people know what they're approaching you about, the reaction will be a lot different than, you know, somebody on the street. So I think this would be a lot helpful to be everybody bring one sign and to be more visible.
Okay, so we'll do one sign.